Every single day that passes, Ethereum just keeps going worse and worse and worse and not doing what it needs to do in order to recover this move down. So over the past days, we actually saw there was a level of support with the bullish candlestick pattern. This is a bull hammer. And the next candle actually maintained that with the close. The next one, as you can see over here, lost that key level of support. That level there, 2.3k, I was saying over the past few days, 2.3k must hold. And from here, reclaim 2.5k. So that was very important to happen for the remainder of this week. And how has it developed? It has not done that. And I was suggesting, even if we did get that move up, it should just lower high and roll over anyways. Guys, the most successful thing in this trend has been shorting support, which doesn't even make sense. You know, it's meant to bounce from there, and then we're just collapsing underneath what looked like Ethereum was about to hit 3k. Very soon after, a couple days, well, a few days later, we're down at 2.1k, tapping into 2k on the dot. And if you remember what I've been saying over the past updates, it's that we're attempting to lose this low, and that's not something that anyone wants to hear, but this is the reality. And we actually could be forming an even larger head and shoulders pattern over here. So even more macro head and shoulders, although we had one over here already, valid on the break of 3 and 3.1k. This is what started this capitulation event. And when we had this massive big boy bounce, I was telling everyone, guys, it could even move up into 3.1k. We're still filling in that wick. Now that the wick is filled, it needs to maintain it. So that level is 2.1k. What I'm going to do is mark it out. So make sure you do this on your charts as well. Flip it green because it is support. And this is still going to give us that opportunity to bounce. But please understand, we could bounce as high as 3.1k and still roll over. As you can see, this would develop a massive macro head and shoulders pattern. So we really are not in the clear, even if we bounce, simply because all of the bearish crosses on the way up, we see it dip and it holds the moving averages for trend continuation. And it's the same in this situation, although the trend is not in our favor because it's to the downside. As investors, we want the support moving averages, not the resistance moving averages. So even if we see a breakout of some moving averages, there's also going to be more further ahead. Had it even continued higher, it's just going to get knocked back down. But we have to look at horizontal levels, where the bearish pattern was valid, where everything changed, which was the loss of the moving averages, and it's been bearish ever since. And I've been right to stick to that bias ever since and keep saying, even if we bounce, guys, it's going to fail. And that's exactly how it's developed. If you want to actually learn to identify this so you can do it on your own, then check out my mentorship or my ebook. The Discord is one of the best options because I'm in there morning, day and night. And I'm in, yeah, every single day, week, month, however long you decide to be in there. I've been running it for years, but I also do live streams where I'll actually mentor you, of course, live as a group. So I did one last night. Ethereum's next move must be from here, maintaining this key low. So what I'm going to do is draw support between this area. This is the final level of support before macro lower lows. So of course, we've already started making lower lows against this higher low structure. But zooming out, this has been over a 1 year period where we've been consolidating. And when we were a lot higher above all the moving averages, it really looked like an inverse head and shoulders pattern. But then on that right shoulder, we formed the bearish version of the pattern. And now it broke down, which now invalidates the bullish head and shoulders. So this smaller bearish one invalidated this larger macro one. The hope is that this could still be a double bottom, but losing this key level of support, you'd actually say it's a double top. And then what would that mean for Ethereum? That means it wants to travel back down into these price ranges over here into this next targeted area, 1.7 to 1.3k. Now, do I want that to happen? Well, personally, for me, I actually would like it to happen. Of course, someone that's invested doesn't want to see their money going down. But as someone that's accumulating a lot of Bitcoin, I'd love to see it continue lower. So my belief is that even if we get this relief rally, there's just so much resistance in the way, as you can see with the moving averages, that it just has to fail on a lower high. Even if we pump up, it's nothing to get excited about. Even if we can short-term take advantage of some moves up, it will just be temporary euphoria. And that's what everyone needs to understand. I will be here to update it as it develops if we do see structural changes. But what we need to see again is like 3.1k reclaimed. And until then, I just think any bounce is fake. look, we've already had a move up from down here. Look where we are right now. That is where we were previously. Look how high it actually came back up. It was 2.1k, went to 2.9k. Was it good enough though? Yes. How much percentage wise did it move up? 35%. What were the rest of the market doing? There was a move up in the market, but with such a move down already, it's just going to fail. And now we're worse positioned. It's already had the chance to recover and bottom out from here, and it's choosing not to do so. So any bounce again, guys, it should actually even be lower than 2.9k left next time, because this is where it's created the last high. So we should continue the trend, and each high will be lower than the last. So we shouldn't even get up as high as here. This area, which was previous support last week for a couple weeks, is now resistance. So we shouldn't even see price getting above 2.7k. Although what we need to see is a reclaim of 3.1k. So I will be here to update it as it develops. If you want further exclusive content or want to learn to identify these things as early as possible, click the links in the description to head over to my website and check out those options. Otherwise, stay tuned on the channel, like, subscribe, comment. Not just saying those things, it really is appreciated if you could do those steps. It goes a long way in growing the channel, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 subs as quick as possible. The next goal after is hitting 6 fig subscribers. That would be a dream. Cheers.